The best coach's wife I know. The best coach's wife I know has every characteristic a high school football coach in Texas could ever want in a wife. She understands the long hours, makes time to go to all athletic events she can, fundraises better than I can, recognizes formations better than some of the coaches I know, understands the difference between cover 4 and cover 2, and treats any kid she meets like they are her own. I am extremely blessed to call this woman my wife. Macy and I got married on July 10th, 2016, but our coaching story goes farther back than that. Macy has been with me since the first game I coached in at Texas Lutheran University, where I was a secondary GA. We met while we were both in school at TLU and dated the duration of my time on Danny Padron's staff. I started to realize while I was at TLU that I might have found the top prospect of all potential coaches' wives in the state. As I was laying the foundation of my coaching career, she was learning from the wives of the coaches I was on staff with. She came to every single game I coached in, every sub-varsity game, and the miles on her car can prove it. From Abilene one weekend back up to Sherman the next, she made a point to be at all my games because she truly supported the Bulldogs and me. I knew I had to step up my recruitment, so the summer after my last season at TLU, she verbally committed to become my wife. My first experiences at Rudder led me to believe that God had put Macy and I in a community that needed a lot of love and guidance. The year we spent engaged was a year of growing for both of us. Macy came around the field house a lot and got to know the kids I was building relationships with. She learned their names and their positions early on, so she always had something to talk to them about when she saw them. As she spent a lot of time wedding planning, I spent a lot of time working with the kids who would eventually leave their footprints on both of our lives forever. The summer of 2016 was one of the busiest times of our lives, but it was hands down the best time of our lives. Rudder was fortunate enough to have 30 student athletes attend the Texas A&M FCA sports camp. During the 4-day camp, Macy was there almost as much as I was. She would come eat with the kids and me. She would also join me at night for the chapel services, where we witnessed 8 of our athletes give their lives to Christ. Macy being there to experience that with me was something I can't describe. Most women 1 week before their wedding wouldn't choose to be at a sports camp for 4 days, but Macy wanted to be there to support those kids. Macy decided to create one of the best memories that I will keep with me forever. Not only did I marry the best coach's wife a guy could ask for, I did it with 19 of the athletes we had been working with every day at Rudder there to support us. Macy and her parents got our kids a limo for transportation, and she had them wearing their game day jerseys and slacks so everyone knew who they were. She didn't stop there. Our players held the door open and greeted everyone as people arrived to the ceremony. 4 of them were our ushers and walked our grandparents down the aisle. The best part was the players interacting with all of our family and friends during the reception. They had everyone there dancing and having an amazing time. The best moment of my life was shared with the kids that we work with every day, and I'm so glad that my wife made that happen. Fast forward to where we are now. I just finished my second season at Rudder, where I was blessed to serve as the defense coordinator for the Rangers. I never thought Macy could have supported me more than she had in the past, but she outdid herself completely. After our honeymoon in Jamaica, we flew directly into San Antonio for the Texas High School Coaches Association clinic. While we were there, she joined the Texas High School Coaches Wives Association. Since this was my first season as a defensive coordinator, I wanted to make the kids feel as though we were truly a family. I wanted to host position group dinners during the week at our house, but I wasn't sure if my wife would want to spend extra money and time each week, especially since we had only been married for a month and a half. When I proposed the idea to Macy, she was so excited to meet the boys, and without any hesitation, she was all in. Macy and I hosted a different defensive position group each Wednesday for the duration of the season, and she created a family atmosphere with each group that came through our home. It's a bold statement to say that I have found the perfect coach's wife. There are many coaches in this great state that would fight me on this, but I don't believe there's anyone that can come close to how special Macy is. She exemplifies every characteristic I could ever ask for in a coach's wife. Let's just say I completely outkicked my coverage.